I saw this video of this fat high yellow chick talking about what a high value man is and just basically listing intrinsic values of a regular decent person, which doesn't make you high value. High value is about net worth, network, and value that leads to making more money. That's what high value is. Do you own a company? Do you own a company that can employ lots of people? Does that company provide services that I can utilize to build and scale my own shit? Will networking with you benefit me at the macro level? That's what high value is. It's not, are you gonna cater to me and all this? Shut the fuck up. But the thing is, I hate talking about this dating shit. I really don't like to talk about it. And it seems like everybody black is talking about dating in some aspect. The only reason I ever bring this shit up is because it ultimately relates to the macro framework of the machinations of the white supremacist oligarch. His social engineering tactics and plans, and is using these things as a tool to control people. Because everything that they do is about control. Atlantic Council, Tavistock, these kind of think tanks, the CFR, all this shit is about control. They sit around all day thinking about how to control people. Five Eyes. All this shit is about control. Mossad, about control. It's all about control. And even the dating shit, even the sex shit, because they have an unspoken breeding lottery, mating lottery. There's an unspoken mating lottery in the West. That's why it's one of the reasons why they hate the global South. And when I say the global South, I mean everywhere from African nations, and I mean all of them, North and South. Don't let these internet retards mess your brains up. Africa, Southeast Asia, the South Pacific. They really don't want the non-whites in these regions to breed at all. But they're doing what they want to do. They're breeding how they want to breed. They don't like that shit. It pisses them off and annoys them. They always talk about how they're taking the resources and these people are going to grow to have too many resources. You're not eating cocoa yam, Whitey. You're not eating cassava like that. You're not eating bush meat. You're not eating goat meat. Like nothing that any of us consume concerns you. So what are they really talking about? Because it's not the water. It's nothing. It's not. It's the resources, and they don't want these people to get the numbers, then to get the structure, which builds the economics, which leads to the physical weapons, which builds political might, and that trifecta allows them to push their weight, throw their weight around in the face of the white supremacist oligarchs, like they're attempting to do in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. They don't want any of that shit. They want weak, controllable, docile Negroes that they feed in America, in Latin America, in Africa, in the South Pacific. That's what they want. But the thing is, in the West, they also don't want pedestrian white supremacists. Ugh, that's gross. They don't want pedestrian white supremacists breeding outside of schedule in a way they don't like. I mean, they want their soldiers and prostitutes, no doubt about it, but they don't want them or the blacks or anyone else breeding like that. And so they've put these checks and balances in place. Programmed ambition, strengthening religion. They galvanize, they looped in. They figured out how the youth think, and they started brainwashing them with this red pill shit. Because when you look at the red pill shit in the Player Supreme days, the Tariq Nasheed Mack Lessons, Tom Likas days, like 2006 to 2000, like let's say 2004 to like 2010. In those days, that golden era where you were just getting game. You were just getting game, and there was going up the little boards and sharing tapes and figuring out how to smash them. Because that's all these young niggas want to do. They want to clap some cheeks. They want to run up in these chicks' guts. But what they did, and I noticed it around 2010 because I made a video about it. I noticed it around 2010. They really started changing the narrative because it was like back in the days, it was like don't spend more than $40 on a date. Don't spend more than $40 on a chick. You're trying to smash within 3 days. First date, preferably. And it's moved from that to you need to be a provider. You need to get your money up so that you can build a family. Now all this is crap because a lot of these people make $17 an hour, $12 an hour, and the average house is like $400,000. So that's horseshit. None of that's gonna happen. They can't even maintain finances, let alone do all that shit. Build a fucking family. Get out of here. And they're trying to clean it up and say, oh, the boomers are gonna pass all this wealth to these kids. No, they're not. On average, no, they're not. They're really not. Get that out of your head right now. Now, props to the guys who are making it happen despite all the odds. Nothing but the best to them. But the reality is, these people are pushing religion and vague dating details to brainwash the youth. They got caught up in the red pill shit. It went from learning how to talk to women. It went from learning how to control your emotions and hold a certain frame about yourself. It went from all of that to complaining about women. You got grown-ass men complaining about women for hours. Bringing on strippers to clown them. Like what is that? And it's all from this weird conservative stance. It's this weird conservative stance. You're not a traditional woman. You're not the kind of woman that I would make my wife. Like, that's not red pill. Red pill's about building a rotation of chicks. Going through your player stage and then smashing a bunch of chicks and then settling down when you know how to deal with a woman so you won't end up in a situation where she takes half your shit. Because you know to walk away. You know how to look for the signs. But they've gotten away from all of that. And the number one thing, and this is why I always bring up Rom Wills and Cousin Tita, they get away, they avoid at all costs. All these dating coaches, if you notice, except for Rom Wills, AMS too, and Rom Wills, AMS, and goddamn, what the hell is his name? Cousin Tita. They talk about sex, like every aspect, how to please a woman, how to approach a woman, and show her that you can fuck. They avoid that like the plague. These other coaches, these other dudes avoid this shit like the plague. And I noticed it from the days when I brought up that David Wagnag and all those niggas. All these dudes were never talking about sex. They were talking about all these chatting and these tricks and these peacock fucking bullshit. Wearing a fedora and a goddamn feather boa and some Coach boots with smiley faces on it and shit. Just weird shit. Nothing real. No showing your posture to make a chick perk up. Clean shoes, good eye contact and conversation, tone of voice, showing an even temperament, making them comfortable. So you can open them up like a flower and clack that ass. They don't want you talking about that. And that's why I said, guys like Ron Wills, guys like Cousin T-Taw, they don't want them on there. They don't want those kind of guys on there. And if Ron Wills didn't have a large platform in other aspects, and he wasn't probably a high-ranking government, I don't know if he's a government nigga, but he's financially protected enough to where they can't call his job and go, this guy's on here saying stuff about sex. They can't do that to him. And Cousin Tita works in an industry where you call up his job and tell him that he's talking about how to bang lots of chicks, they're gonna laugh and hang up the phone. Because these are the only guys talking real shit. Also, you notice a lot of these niggas, and it ain't because they're private, they have no children. They have no fucking children. None. No kids. They're giving out all this advice, no kids. One of them's married to a goddamn single mother, raising some other dude's kid. These niggas have no kids, no bitches. They never bring bitches on the show, or rarely bring a bitch on the show. And if they do bring a broad on, she looks like a lesbian or a psychologist. Even that Sadia Khan lady. Sadia Khan, a lot of times she's talking shit. She's chatting shit to pander to these dudes, these conservative, wealthy males and conservative white males. Because sometimes she'll slip up and say some real shit. She'll say some real shit in an interview, and she knows she fucked up, and then she tries to twist it back into the bullshit so she don't fuck up that gravy train. But none of them, even her, she don't really talk. When they talk about sex, it'll be from this, it's a degenerate thing, and you need to bond with each other to have a strong sexual connection. And then young dudes listen to this garbage, and they get so goddamn confused. I seen this other kid, his name's Rekka. Smart guy, very smart guy, very intuitive, great observations. I like hearing the kid's views. But he gets confused about a lot of this shit. And it falls into this black pill. That's where this black pill shit comes from. This black pill shit where it's hopeless and you gotta change every aspect of your life. Like, you need to get in shape. Getting in shape is fine. Because not only will this kind of shit help you get laid, it'll help you in life. Because if you look like shit and you try to get some status and some authority, people are gonna laugh in your goddamn face, especially if you're young. I mean young, I mean 47-ish to like 20, 29, 22. That range, that adult range. That's young. If you're fat and sloppy in that age range and you're trying to come up, nobody's gonna take you seriously. You need to clean up, wash your ass, lose some fucking weight, get in shape, and then move from there. Even if you're fucking ugly, they'll respect you and they'll respect your knowledge. I promise you that. And that relates to women too. And they don't talk about this shit. None of these guys, they all avoid this shit. You got two people, Ron Wills, T-Taw, and these guys are in echo chambers. 90% of the guys listening to this are like, hell yeah, I know that. And they give anecdotes where they've been in those situations. And that's by design because YouTube has an algorithm that traps you. Now, Ron Wills is at 100,000 subscribers, just like Professor Black Truth. So, in a way, he's been able to overcome the odds. But make no mistake, the algorithm works against him because they don't want people that tell the truth about any of this shit. Whether it's what they're doing in Gaza, whether it's the secret wars America's waging on blacks in Africa, whether it's sex and dating, whether it's what they're putting in the food. They don't want you talking about this shit. They don't want you talking about any of that shit. They want you to shut the fuck up. And they're going to go after these guys hard. Like I said, the chances of them going viral is low. Not because the content isn't great. It's fucking amazing. It's because if they go viral, what's going to happen? They're going to go in there and they're going to flag an old-ass video. Or they're going to delete the page for no reason. And then he's going to have to go through the process to get it back. And then they're going to drag it out for a while. And then they're going to, they're going to low-key Just send their YouTube rep and be like, look, man, you need to lay off the sex talk, man. Dating stuff is cool, man, but you need to lay off the sex talk. That's why these guys always tell you to go to the Patreon. Because if they really start spitting this game, they're going to be off the site. These assholes are going to kick them off. They're going to kick them off. Anybody that's talking real shit is going to get kicked off. And sex is a very, very important thing. And it's been made into a fake commodity in an era where people that are on the streets talking to women, they know how easy it is. They know how easy it is. Hell, it's even easy online. It's kind of easy online, to be honest. Because you can get on here. You can get on there. And you can just tell chicks all kind of bullshit. I get on there, tell them all kind of crap. They're over here in a couple hours. I've done like 2 or 3 same day things in the past year. And I'm a fat old man. 26, by the way. But that's for people that are really out here. But a lot of these dudes, a lot of internet niggas are the majority now. And so they're taking chicks on real dates. They're taking chicks to steakhouses and shit. Back in my day, you spit some bullshit. At best, you get a bottle. You walk that bitch around the block. You take her home and smash. Okay, let's go to Taco Bell. Let's go to Taco Time. Taco Time was my place. Take them up the hill to the Taco Time. We never went to Taco Time. We got a bottle. I told her about how I'm going to take her to Taco Time. We started talking about other things. I led it into sex. We walk around Taco Time. I ain't fuck Taco Time. I don't feel like going up in there. Walk back. She already knows what I'm about to do. And smash. Or they give me a ride. We'll drive around talking, drinking, go somewhere, smoke and drink. Go back to her place of mine and smash. And people still do this. I seen this other thing, this video. It was like, what if women approach men like men approach women? He's talking to the girl. Oh yeah, I'm about to. What's your name? Blah 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 blah. She's like, what's your name? Let me get your number. So you come. He's like, douche. Oh. She's getting more and more bold. And I'm looking at this video like, bro, this is just how black chicks do. At least in my experience. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. It's just, they've disconnected people so much. They've disconnected people so much. And I say, who's they? White supremacist oligarchs today. The white supremacist oligarchs is the they. They use propaganda. They've been caught hiring propaganda companies and using taxpayer dollars to do it. Them, white supremacist oligarchs. And they come from all religions. They got one thing in common. They're white. They're white supremacists. They got lots of money. They're oligarchs. That's what they have in common. Okay? That's the fucking they. And I don't want to hear this shit about the tribe. Because the guy who's the CEO of Vanguard is not in the tribe. So shut the fuck up. At least it's our own people. There you go. At least it's our own people. That's what they usually say before they start dropping N-bombs every 20 seconds. Because they're mad that you proved your point. Yeah, I'm about to go do old people shit and drink tea and shit and relax. Bitch.